chat box. So do keep your eyes pinned to the chat box. If you're not yet on our WhatsApp platform, please do well, when the link is being dropped, do well to join. Also, there will be an attendance for this class. There will be an attendance for this class. The attendance is the only way that we can track that you attended this class. So if after this class you request for a certificate, and we don't find your name in the attendance, it is assumed that you did not attend the class. So please, just look through the chat box. As the class goes on, we will drop the link to the attendance. All right. So this class also comes with a certificate. I mentioned it earlier. This class comes with a certificate. For those that are members of Chopin already, the certificate goes for as little as 3,500 for members of Chopin. Those that are not members of Chopin, the certificate goes for 5,000 naira. All right. For people that are members of Chopin, this certificate can be used, to scale up, to register for other professional bodies. All right. Chopin is not the only professional body in Nigeria. We have also other professional bodies that you can use Chopin certificates to get access to. All right. So that's the use of the certificate. So after this class, if you need the certificate, once you're filling the form, you see a contact that you can reach in order for you to get your certificate. All right. So quickly we'll look at we'll look at the facilitator and then we'll call him up. The facilitator for today is Dr. Babatunde Raimi, and he is the managing partner for Babatunde Raimi Consulting. Dr. Babatunde Raimi is really experienced in sales, marketing. He has worked in the insurance industry as well. He's skilled in communication, and he has a very vast range of experience. So I believe that Dr. Babatunde Raimi is the best person for this lecture today. So after now, do connect with him on social media platforms. You can also learn from him and everything that he has to offer. All right. So please, if you're not new to Chopin, you know that we have a very grand way of bringing up a facilitator. So please, with a clap ovation, all right, let's welcome Dr. Babatunde Raimi. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, moderator. Thank you very much, Stefan. I hope that I'll also be giving certificate for participation after now. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm happy to connect with you all, and I believe that we're going to have a most robust time on learning and relearning. I hope you can all hear me. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you.
so
Yes, sir.
I am very, very happy to be talking about this topic today, looking at the roles of HR in securing a better future for your employees, rethinking pension possibilities. And I believe that this will help us to position ourselves better as human resource personnel. So, why human resource personnel should care about retiring staff? Most
Hello,
of the
sir.
time when you look at
Hello, sir.
organizations.
Dr. Babatunde.
Okay, yes, please.
We can't see your screen. Would appreciate if you start sharing immediately. Thank you, sir.
Can I share that later with you, please? Can I share that later with you?
Okay, this slide.
Don't worry, I'll share it later with you. Don't worry, I'll share it later.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'll share it later. Don't worry, you have
Okay.
my word on that.
Okay,
Okay,
Faith,
that's
please,
fine,
if,
sir.
if you can, if he wants to share it now, I can assist him to share it if he wants to make it now.
No, no, don't worry. I'll share it later. Once I'm done, I'll share it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
I'll
sir.
share.
Well,
You
we
all
can
have
see
it.
your face.
You all have it. Don't worry. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Can we
Can you hear
proceed?
me? Yes, please. Well, we can't see your face, and your camera is not on.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Can
you,
you see
sir.
my face now?
Yes, please. We can.
Okay. So thank you very much. Don't worry. I'll share my material with you all. It's our material. So, like I said, I'm happy to be having this discussion with us all. And then we're talking about why human resource personnel should care about their staff beyond retirement. One of the reasons is because for human resource personnel, it lets your retiring staff believe that you value them beyond their service years. It removes that use and dump mentality, because employees who retire from your system are a part of your system. They are part of your story. It's not just because of the work they have done for you, but because the organization is showing to the employees that they are people-centered. So it also means that for those who want to join sometimes you see good organizations to work in. So when you care for your um, retiring and retired staff, people you attract good talents that wants to come and work in your organization. Also, it also boosts morale and loyalty. If I work in your organization and I feel like you care about me, you care about my pension, you care about my retirement, when I come to you about non-remittance, over-remittance, under-remittance, and probably when I feel like my pension deductions are not coming in as at when they are supposed to come in, which is a major challenge in some organizations, and you listen to me, you empathetically listen to me, it makes me loyal, it boosts my morale, and it sends a message about the company and the company loyalty. So this enhances commitment and reduces the attrition among staffs. What does this also do when HR care about your retiring staffs about their pension? In today's world, reputation is not built on profit alone, but how companies treat their people. What is the organizational culture about how you treat people? And this speaks well about the workplace, and it enhances public trust and can attract more people to you. It also strengthens employer branding. I've talked about that. It puts your company as a good place to work in. It's HR officers, HR manager needs to also understand that beyond giving somebody a retirement letter, you have a responsibility to appoint a pension desk officer who is the link between the company and PENCOM, that is the National Pension Commission. Of course, if you work in an organization already, you're under the contributory pension scheme. And HR department needs to let employee understand that retirement is a psychology. Retirement is a psychology. In fact, the best time to start planning for retirement is from day one. And the onus is on the HR department to ensure that they put in programs that helps people plan towards their retirement. So let's talk about preserving institutional knowledge. Retirees hold a wealth of knowledge, networks, and experience. By creating the programs I earlier mentioned about, you honor their contributions. And it also helps the retirees as they are going, they provide mentorship for those who are already there, because they know that the people that left, they did not abandon them. So they also know that when they leave also, they will not be abandoned. So this helps you to retain your staffs, and it reduces the number of people that wants to go to other company because of additional maybe 10 or 20,000 naira. When you care about the retirement of your staff, when you really show that you care about them, because one day you too will retire, it portrays your company as humane, ethical, and forward thinking. This also enhances trust amongst employees, employers, clients, and the likes. As HR professionals, you are not just administrators of payroll and benefits. You are strategic partners in shaping employees' long-term financial security. One of the problems we have in the pension sector today is people work for 30, 35 years, 40 years, and by the time they retire, they have almost nothing to show for it. Reason to a large extent being that, yes, I know that they have a personal responsibility to, be responsible for their life, but they also require guidance. And this comes in terms of training from the HR department. So when you conduct your trainings, don't limit your trainings to finance and the likes. People also need to know about the workings of the contributory pension scheme, which was established in 2004 and amended in 2014. What about the contributions? Do the contributions come at when due? Where 8% comes from the employer, 10% comes from 8% comes from the employee, 10% from the employer. Are these monies deducted as at when due? Are they remitted as at when due? Because when they are not remitted as at when due, there is no way your staff will retire with their full benefits. So as HR officers, I know that as HR personnel, you are the bridge between your staff and management. And your work is not an easy one at all. Because sometimes when you go to management with certain offers, maybe salary increase and the like, because each time salary increases, pension increases. And maybe when you hit a brick wall, the assumption is that you are not playing, you are not on the path of. So I know that your work is not easy, but just to let you know that your work goes beyond payroll benefits. You are strategic partners. And in today's world where pension are very uncertain, you also look at inflation, you look at longevity, risk, and the likes. We need to think pension possibilities and how to advise our staff to think beyond salary. Think beyond salary. So you need to educate them with constant financial literary education. Very important on savings, on pensions, and on investment. On savings, pensions, and investment. And when you are doing it, you need to invite qualified facilitators with track records who can guide them through this process. Remember, I said that retirement is a journey, is not a destination. It's a psychology. So retirement in itself goes beyond money. When you talk about money, no, let me ask, how many of us have started building our retirement homes if you don't have a retirement home already? When you retire and you don't have a retirement home, for instance, you realize that you retire for your landlord, and whatever happens is a win-win situation for the landlord. How many of us also realize that retirement is more expensive? When you retire, you can't eat what you used to eat again. You are careful about so many things. And one of the main thing in retirement is liquidity. Liquidity. Are you liquid? Can you quickly convert your asset to cash when you need it, especially when you need it for maybe hospital and the likes? So encourage your people to explore different retirement options. For instance, under the contributory pension scheme, you can begin to assess your pension from age 50 years. And how much of your salary will you be getting when you retire? If, for instance, you have employees who earn 500,000, and by the time they retire, they are getting 200,000, what is the role of HR in ensuring that they mark up the 300,000? I'm not saying your company should bring that money and mark it up for them, but there's what we call voluntary contribution by the National. So what voluntary contribution means is that while you know that 18% that they are keeping for you, however, the 18% is basically from your housing, transport, and I've forgotten the last one. Sorry. So while the 18% is not enough, if you earn 500,000 while you are working and you retire, you are earning 200,000. Where do you want to start from? So this is why financial literacy and pension retirement information is very, very important. That's which your organization is doing for you. That contributing might not eventually be enough for you. So you need to plan for yourself. Also, let's talk about how can HR help retirees track their contributions. It's not enough for you to withdraw the money and within 7 days send it to the pension fund custodian nominated by your staff's pension fund administrator. Do your staff get there? You need to tell them, make sure that you are getting a lot. If you have deducted the money and sent to the PFC nominated by the PFA, then they deserve to get an alert. If they are not getting an alert, how are you advising them? How many of your staffs, for instance, have maybe crossed the Great Divide where the grass is always greener and the water is always purer? And when they came to you from day one, maybe let's say Mr. John puts his brother's name as next of kin while he was not married. So we need to start having these discussions where when Mr. John is married, Your children, your wife naturally should be your next of kin and beneficiary, because when they are supposed to access this money now, this money will not be paid to the to the wife or the children. They'll be paid to Mr. John, because these people don't have this information. Also, let us have a season where HR personnel and professionals also have personalized one-on-one counseling with people who are leaving the system. Remember, they have served your company meritoriously for years. They have given their life, they are giving their everything. The onus is on us to ensure that their transition is very, very smooth. Create channels for personalized advisory. When people retire from your organization, from time to time, check up on them. From time to time, check up on them. Imagine somebody retiring from the organization and you have on their birthday, you still send them messages. So that's a great company culture. Imagine somebody retiring from the organization and the person gets a call to say, hello, this is so and so from so company. This is HR. We are just calling to let you know that we care. Once again, thank you for serving us. You know, you see that they will be happy, their children will be happy, and the reviews about your company will be higher, because even if they are not internet savvy, their children will take the message to other people and people will say, this is where I want to work. Then also help them build good health cultures. If your organization does not have an HMO for your, now you see that some organization, once somebody retires, the health package is taken off. So naturally, there's an umbrella that covers you when you are working. That umbrella has health, pension, you know, you go for foreign trips, you have extra coats and the likes. And when that umbrella is removed, because the umbrella will surely be removed, when the umbrella is removed, where do you fall to? Where do you fall to? So these are things that HR needs to help people who are in service and who are. Let me tell you also, before I forget, that retirement between ages 25 and 35, that is your retirement stage. At that stage, you are supposed to, you know, at that stage, maybe get a job, start planning your life. From age 36 to 45, that is your retirement stage. 25 to 35 is your pre. 36 to 45 is exactly your retirement stage. Between that age, you are supposed to, maybe if you have not get married, start buy a land, even if you cannot build, then join cooperatives. Join cooperatives, because join cooperatives, you know, start building something. So HR is supposed to help the staff to achieve this. And also, also, we must have, as HR, we must have planned succession plans. Planned succession plan. Why is it that most organizations, let me talk about it from a broad perspective first. Why is it that most organizations in Africa, once the visionaire crosses to the Great Divide, the organization just crumbles? Because there is no succession plan. Why should somebody be a principality in one department and not want to learn and not want to train any other person? If the organization has been very kind to the person and the person knows that even when I'm going, there will be a golden handshake. You know, golden handshake in the place of, especially gratuity, in the place of gratuity. Recall that recently the federal government staffs are agitating that gratuity be restored to them as part of their benefit. Now, gratuity from the word gratitude. When somebody retires now, you're only entitled to, if you join service before, let me use the federal staff for instance. If you join service before 2004, you're only entitled to your accrued rights, which is the money government owes you from your date of first appointment till June 2004 under the contributory pension scheme, under the defined benefit scheme, the DBS, and from July 1st, 2004 to your retirement date, you now have your contributory pension. But the question is, why are they not giving gratuity again? I think that in section 4 of the Pension Reform Act as amended 2014. So the Pension Reform Act did not expressly remove gratuity from the pension system. So beyond what the person has contributed in the RSA account, there should be a golden handshake to say thank you for your service, thank you for everything. So I think HR should also consider this. So in a nutshell, we are saying that you should care about them beyond the work that they are doing for you. And also understand how the contributory pension scheme works. Understand how it works. Because when you understand how it works, it helps you to make deductions as at when due. It helps you to remit as at when due. It helps you to save your organization money that should have gone for fines because you did not remit when you were supposed to remit. You also need to set up clear payroll process where when this thing is deducted, people understand that, okay, this thing is deducted and within 7 days, it is remitted. As HR, you need to also set up internal compliance check to make sure that the deductions are verified regularly and maintain a checklist to ensure that all the money goes to where they are supposed to go to, and also ensure reconciliation with PFAs to confirm that the money is credited as at when you communicate with your employees. Tell them about the deductions. Provide periodic statements from HR to let them know how these things are done. Engage with the National Pension Commission and the Pension Fund administrators. Remember, engaging with them, with National Pension Commission, especially through your pension desk officer, your pension desk officer should be somebody who is empathetic. Your pension desk officer should be somebody who loves people. Your pension desk officer should be somebody who recognizes that these people are our heroes. These people have served our company and they are our celebrities. Your pension desk officer should be somebody who is responsive, especially when these people come with their requests. Your pension desk officer should be somebody that understands the workings of the contributory pension scheme. Now, let me talk about if you deduct and you don't remit, what are the likely regulatory sanctions and penalties? PENCOM, the National Pension Commission, will impose fines on you if you delay remittance. And of course, when you delay remittance, your employee, and when your employees know that you delay remittance, you have lost their trust. And losing trust is like a broken egg. You might not be able to get it back again. When you lose their trust, you damage your corporate image. You damage your corporate image. If it is already in the book to the National Pension Commission that you don't remit as at when due, you have already put yourself on the eye of the sun. So help your organization to save unnecessary costs, which can be divested to other projects so as to maximize your profits and make the shareholders happy. And when the shareholders are happy also, they can also grant you 13th month. Because if you delay remittance, I'm sure there will be some charges and legal liabilities that comes with it. So, having said this, the bottom line of what I'm trying to say today is that HR managers must put in place strong payroll controls, transparent communication, and compliance mechanisms to ensure timely pension deductions and remittances. Doing so safeguards employees' future, builds trust, and protects the companies from corporate reputation. Protects the company's corporate reputation. In conclusion, the strategic role of HR in securing retirement future goes beyond compliance with pension regulations. It involves rethinking pension possibilities, educating employees, leveraging technology by designing flexible pension schemes, and integrating health and wellness. By adopting these proactive strategies, HR not only safeguards employees' retirement future, but also strengthens organizational reputation, loyalty, and productivity. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you are the best HR personnel in the whole world as we get set to take your questions. Thank you. I'm ready to take your questions. Thank you. Okay, I'm ready to take your questions so that, so that we can communicate. Hello, can you all hear me? I think I just finished my presentations and I expect your, okay, Mr. Jude Uzodinma. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that wonderful section. It was very, very precise, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, my question is this: you said at the age of 50, one can start assessing his or her pension, and I wanted to know if the person is still working. Would the person still have access to his or her pension? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jude Odima, for that wonderful question. So there are three ways by which you can assess your pension. Pension is for those who have retired. It's not for those who are still working. And that's the reason why one of the requirements that you'll be submitting to your pension fund administrator is your retirement letter. There are three ways to exit the system, either by retirement, retrenchment, or resignation. Either by these three ways, you are not in the system again. So once you are age 50, let's assume you are working for a private firm and you want to assess your pension, you have to be 50, then it has to be through retirement, retrenchment, or resignation, meaning that you are no longer in the system, because you need to present your retirement letter to be able to assess your benefits with your pension fund administrator. I hope this answers your question, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I was still trying to get a grasp of that answer, because I was just like, if I am still working by the age of 50, and the law says by the age of 50 I'm supposed to have access to my pension, does it mean that at that particular point in time that I'm still working, don't I still can I have access to my pension? Can I have access to it, since the law says I can start assessing my pension at the age of 50? Or is it that is as good as I am not working at all again, then that is when I will have access to it?
Okay, thank you very much. Let us be reminded that the reason why, okay, I just want to ask how the pension deductions are computed on some employees. Okay, I'll explain that. The reason why there's a contributory pension is supposed to be earned when you are no longer working. Pension is supposed to be earned when you are no longer working. So you are not supposed to earn pension when you are still in the system. So for you to be able to assess your pension, it means that you are no longer in the system. You have either retired, or maybe you resigned, or you were retrenched. So the only way that you can access maybe money from your pension while you are still working is for mortgage purposes, 25%, I guess. But talking about the pension, to assess it properly, you cannot, except you are no longer working with that organization. I hope that answers your question. And okay, somebody said, how are the deductions made? Basic housing and transport. Yes. So this is how it works. According to the Pension Reform Act 2014 as amended, 8% is paid by the employee. That is you. 8% of your basic housing and transport. Yes, basic housing and transport. Then your employer contributes minimum 10%, meaning that your employer can decide to contribute more than that, but minimum 10%. So 8% from you, basic housing and transport, 10% from your employee, that makes 18%. So that is how the calculations are done for pension, and remitted to, these monies are not even remitted to your pension fund administrators. The monies are remitted to the pension fund custodian. You know, the duty of the administrator is to administer the funds. The duty of the pension fund custodian is to warehouse the funds for the pension fund administrator. So the money is warehoused by the PFC and administered and invested by the PFA. So I hope this also answers that question. I'll take more questions if you have. Thank you. Samuel Raji, go ahead, please. Okay, Mr. Edidion Gumana, please go ahead. Okay, somebody said, okay, I'm going to send something to Dr. Ikenna later. You know, there's an employer who is not complying. Just hello.
Hello. Can you
Yes,
hear
an
me?
employer who is not complying to, you know, maybe you make deductions and you do not remit accordingly. You are just going to bring fine upon yourself. A fine that you could have avoided, because if the employee reports you to the National Pension Commission, you are going to pay fine and eventually you are still going to pay that money. So why do you want to put yourself in that type of light and lose employee trust? So please, when the deductions are made, let us ensure that the monies are also remitted accordingly.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you so much for the lecture and everything. I have a few questions to ask because in our organization, the company, I'm working there as an accountant, and most time I'm the one handling the pension remittance stuff, working with the HR because I'm working as an accountant. Before I started remitting this pension using a pay pen, we had issue with Access ARM. The money was sent to them to remit it to our staff. We paid for about 3 months. They delayed. We sent all the proof beds. Even up as at this minute, they have not credited our staff with that money. And I follow up for about 3 months now. They have not remitted that money to our staff. So in this case, what are we going to do?
Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to hear that from you. You know, in the course of my presentation, I also said that you should engage with your employees, you should speak with them, you should let them know the situation. Look at what you have just explained now. Do you know that if I were working in your organization, I would think you people have deducted the money, but you did not remit. I will not know the bottleneck, that these challenges that you are facing. So that's why you have to communicate. What I would advise you to do, I can assure you that the National Pension Commission, under the current DG especially, they are doing a lot to make sure that everything is digitalized, even remittals and the likes. I can assure you that before the end of the year, it will be seamless in terms of deductions and remittals. Deductions and remittals. So if you are having this challenge, my advice to you is to send a reminder to the PFA that you have mentioned and copy the National Pension Commission. By the time you send a reminder to them with evidence and copy the National Pension Commission, they will respond to you accordingly on what you are supposed to do. And where they don't respond accordingly again, try to engage them again. Then you can escalate to the National Pension Commission. Believe me, this will work.
It's okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, keep your questions coming. We are still expecting your questions. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. Admin.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Please, I dropped the question in the comment box, please.
Okay. I did not see it. Maybe you want to say the comment so that I can respond immediately.
Okay, I was asking a question about how do we handle staff that are above retirement age or those staff that have retired from government service. Like we have some police officers that are now employed as CSO in private organizations. They've retired from government public sector. They have their pension accounts with them, but now they're already enjoying pension, monthly pension, being remitted to their accounts on monthly basis, but they are above retirement age. We cannot add them to the pension list anymore. How do we go about that?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Let me use the case of the police that you have mentioned. The Pension Reform Act allows you to have only one RSA pin. So it means that while they were working, they only had one RSA pin, and they have logged out of the system with that RSA pin, and they have been paid their pension benefits. So if they are coming to your organization, they are still supposed to use that PIN number. That PIN number that they used while they were in service, they are still supposed to submit that PIN number to your organizations, because as long as they are working in your organization, they are entitled to pension benefits. So what you now do, you still be remitting to their pension fund administrator. And when it is time for them to exit your organization, they can still access such monies, I think, on voluntary. It will be treated as voluntary contribution. So you have to ensure that they submit the RSA PIN, and they have a retirement letter before you re-engage them. Do you understand? So they'll submit it to you. You still engage them. You still be paying pension. Even the PFA will know that, yes, this person has retired, but the person has also gotten another job where pension is being paid. And when the person retires from the organization and also gets, a letter to say, I'm not working here anymore, the person can still access their pension, which of course increases their monthly pension. I hope I answered your question. Yes, Mr. Edunbenga John, please go ahead.
No, you have answered the question. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so moderator, I don't know if we are still having more questions. Okay, Mr. Samuel Raji, please go ahead.
All right, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you for that very wonderful lecture. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right. Yes. So, recently, someone came to me with this issue. Said he worked somewhere, and pension was deducted from his salary all throughout his stay in that company, and it was never for once credited into his pension account. Now he's no longer working there. Will he be able to actually maybe take up a case with the company?
Oh yes, that is a big yes, because pension is your right. It's not a is the right. It's not a privilege. Why will you deduct the money and you will not remit it? All you need to, like I said, the National Pension Commission is really working. If you have engaged with the HR, write to them. Don't just engage with them verbally. Advise him to engage with it. Let him send them a mail and complain accordingly. So where they do not respond, then it can escalate to the National Pension Commission. I assure you that all his deductions will be remitted in no time.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so I think we have Madam Esther. Madam Esther, you have a question? Okay, Mr. Babatunde Balejo, please go ahead. Mr. Babatunde Balejo, please go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, please.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. I don't have a question, but I want to respond to some of the questions that has been asked, just like an addition to what you've said so far.
All right, sir.
So I will start with what Edunbenga John asked in the chat box. He said, how do we handle staff that are above retirement age? Yes, Benga Edun has a question. He said, how do we handle staff that are above retirement age, staff that have retired from government service, police, for example, now employed as CSO, that are already receiving pension payment? So I will just speak from a practical experience. So for people that work in government and are retired, and later on re-engage by end of the private sector, or end of the private companies. So what we do is that we don't deduct pension from them, from their salary. So we pay them only deduct tax. You understand? Because they are currently receiving, what do you call it now, monthly payment from their pension account. So you don't deduct pension again. You just treat them. You can, well, I don't know, you can have different payrolls for those who are not subjected to pension deduction and only tax. You just compute their pay and deduct the tax. So I think that answers the question. Then on what Samuel Raji asked, just like you said, the person can write an email to the company and put, if you go to the PENCOM website, you see an email for complaint. You put the name of the company and you write to PENCOM. PENCOM will assign your case to a PENCOM auditor, or what they call recovery agent, that will go after your company or after that company to recover the pension. It has been done and it's still being done. That's what I want to add to what you said so far. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babatunde. That's a very rich contribution. Thank you so much. And just, I love the fact that your company have a strategy, and also from experiential knowledge, you know, where that is on the one part. On the other side, also, you have people who come to you to say, I have additional 2 million, 3 million, 10 million in my account. So such are treated as additionals. That was why I mentioned that it will be treated as voluntary contribution. Perhaps they are reintegrated into the pension, whatever, by engaging in another job. Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Madam Esther.
Okay, I just want to ask, I want to know how the pension is being disbursed, right? Like you rightly mentioned that is until you get to the age of 50 upon retirement, retrenchment, or resignation. So at that point in time, is one entitled to everything or a particular percentage? Just basically, what's the disbursement like? Are you entitled to virtually everything?
Okay, let me speak from a private organization's perspective. If, for instance, you are 50 and you no longer want to work with organization, you can approach your PFA, you know, to assess your full pension benefit. When I say full, I mean that it doesn't mean you get everything. Now, according to Section 7, subsection 1A of the Pension Reform Act as amended 2014, 1A says that you are entitled to a lump sum. A lump sum is the amount that will be paid into your designated account, and usually between 25 and 50%. There are certain criteria that are used to determine that, which includes your last 3 months' pay, your sex, and your last 3 months' pay, your sex, and you know, they just do the computation. They do the computation and determine whether you qualify for 25 or between 25 and 50% thereabout. So if you get, let's say you get 25%, let's say you have 20 million and you get 25%, which is 5 million, you have 15 million remaining. So that 5 million that you are getting is what you are getting as a lump sum according to Section 1, Section 7, subsection 1A of the PRA 2004 as amended. Then you are allowed to take two options with a balance of 15 million. It's either you stay with your PFA for program withdrawal, they will be paying you monthly on program withdrawal, or Section 1C, you take the annuity options offered by licensed insurance company. So 1A, lump sum, 1B, program withdrawal, 1C, annuity. So the balance must either be utilized for program withdrawal with your PFA or annuity with your chosen insurance company. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Edith Young, please go ahead. Mr. Edith Young, you have the floor.
I think someone have already asked the question I wanted to ask, so I'm okay with that.
Okay, thank you very much. In the absence of any other question, I beg to leave the floor for the moderator. Moderator, over to you, please. All right. So thank you very much for having me. I appreciate you all and look forward to more engaging uh, time with you all. Once again, my name is Dr. Babatunde Raimi, Nigeria's #1 pension retirement coach. Till I see you again, God bless you all. Cheers.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Babatunde Raimi, for that wonderful session. I really, really appreciate you for your time. Thank you, my very senior colleague. I can see some hands still on. Please do well to follow Shepan on LinkedIn, and you can watch this stream this video on their LinkedIn on their YouTube page. All right, you can stream the video. You can also join. Yes, thank you. That's me. You can also join their training programs that they have monthly. The WhatsApp group. Don't leave. Faith, I don't know if you are here, Faith, so you can drop um, the link. Okay, I'll drop it very soon. I'll drop the WhatsApp link very soon to join the WhatsApp group. You can also decide to take any of their training classes or decide to become a certified HR and administrator through Shepan. I am a member. I'm a full member, full inducted member of Shepan. I'm a full inducted member of, I'm a fellow of CIHRM. I'm an associate member of CIPM. I join all this because I'm hungry for knowledge, hungry to know, and hungry to network. Okay, and I encourage you all to also participate actively, not just joining, but participate actively. My friend Alado Adamu is here. My friend, my brother, my colleague is here. I can see, if I can see so many names that I know here, but I don't start calling because I will not. Oh, I can see Debbie Oluti is here. Beautiful. Oh, okay. I can see two of my wonderful friends and Samuel. Well done. How can one get this video of the lecture? Go to YouTube, search for society. I think someone posted it, or they posted it some time ago. Search for Society of Human Resource Professionals and Administrators of Nigeria, and it will come out. Maybe admin will do well to post it again for us so that those of us that were not in the class at the beginning can benefit from it. Right? Chat up any of the admin, if you're in the group, WhatsApp group, chat up any of the administrators for any inquiry you want to make. All right. You can also chat me up. I am here to guide you. Thank you so much for your time. I don't know if you have any question for me or for the association. Okay, I can see the WhatsApp link now on the group. I can see the, I'm sorry, the YouTube link. You can go there and watch the video. To join Shepan, okay, to join Shepan, you pay 10,000 naira, 10,000 naira application fee to the account. Then you send your CV and the evidence of payment to programs director at shepan.com. After that, you'll be giving your admission letter. After your admission letter, you can now proceed to make your payment. Now, I understand they are going to have very soon, they're going to have a very discounted induction coming very soon, direct membership induction coming very soon. Take advantage of that when it comes out. Direct membership induction is coming very soon. Admin, we'll be glad if we can get the link to the WhatsApp group. I can see you have posted the link to the YouTube. Yes, thank you. Do we have any questions? I can take your question on behalf of Shepan. I am also one of the program coordinators of Shepan, so I think I'm also informed on any question you may wish to ask. Thank you for watching there, Raimi, my very good friend and my brother, for coming to add to our knowledge today. Just give me some time, let me get it. I'm getting admin just sent me a message. Let me get the link myself. It was sent to me some 30 minutes ago. It was sent to me some few minutes ago. Let me just get it. Please don't leave here without keying into becoming a professional, okay? We have so many people practicing HR that are quacks out there. Please don't join the quacks. You're a professional. You are a professional. So join professionals in what they do. Thank you. Okay, I just posted the WhatsApp link now. You can have, for questions, check up the administrators for questions, any of the administrators for questions and clarity. Thank you. If that will be all, I have played my parts, have delivered my tasks as I was asked to come and deliver. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next